Hi, welcome back to the channel. It's Ian from Peniglen Cabin Life. It's early in the morning. I've been up for about an hour or so now. What time is it? It's 3:22 AM. I've been up about an hour. I've got the fire on. I've got my pans on as well for hot water, because I know you can probably see in the background that I've got some washing up. I've not washed up for a day or so, so I've got quite a few. I've got quite a few plates from all the meat pie that I made and all the apple pie. Now bear in mind, I made that pie during the night on Friday morning, if you know what I mean. Thursday night, Friday morning I made it, and truthfully I've ate both pies. It's absolutely true, I have. I've ate both pies completely. I loved them. They were brilliant. So thank you for those who's give good feedback on my pie, and they've said, there's a couple of people said that they're going to be making some of the pies. That's nice. That's really good. Next pie I might make a rhubarb pie, because I've got some tins of rhubarb, because obviously I can't cook fresh rhubarb, which I enjoy, because obviously it's the wrong time of year for my rhubarb growing. I'm thinking of making a jam piece, which I'll make that as well. But yeah, it's really nice, a jam piece. What you make your sweet paste, which I showed you how to make in the last video. You make your sweet paste and you weigh 8 ounces for the base and 6 ounces for the top. And what you do is you roll it out so it's still a good decent thickness, but not thickness, if you know what I mean. And then you get your jam, and then I can't think really. Right, you do your circle that you've rolled out, and then within your circle you put a good layer of jam. You roll out your top layer of sweet paste that's obviously that much shorter all the way around, just so it's just lipping on the outside of your jam, and then you fold in all the way around your pastry. You make sure you put 2 slices on the top so the air can get out. You bake it in the oven. You pull it out obviously so it's perfectly cooked. You don't overcook it, so you make it nice and pale so it's nice. You let it cool down for about at least 4 or 5 hours so it's really cold. You mix your icing so it's a good thick pasty icing, and then you slowly put it all on. You leave it a good few hours for your icing to dry off and hard off properly, and then you can cut it into triangles, slices, and then that's your jam piece. So I'll show better. I'm no good at describing stuff, you know what I'm like. So, but I'll show you how to make it all and everything. You'll enjoy it when you've made it. It's really nice. It's really good, because I used to make them at my brother's bakery. Because I know I've mentioned before that I used to be a baker and work for my brother, like. So that's that. So I've got the kettle on, as you can see, and I've got my drink ready. Oh, I don't know if I put the coffee in. Hey, listen, you know the video I did the other day where I put my camera there and it showed me coffee machine, my new coffee machine for Christmas working? Well, when I came to edit that video, yeah, and it went live, I don't know if you noticed when it first went live, a notification come up saying paid promotion, right? Well, it wasn't a paid promotion, it was just me showing me new coffee, because I do that sometimes. I show the new stuff I've got. So I literally just filmed my new coffee machine because it's really nice coffee and I enjoy it. So the computer system with YouTube, as you're uploading the video on, it must filter all the way through it and see if there's any products on it that it can see, that it recognises. And then when it does, it comes up with promotion. So I had to go into it, find out where the settings were and knock it off, because it wasn't a paid promotion. I've never done any promotions that I've been paid for. I've done product reviews, I've done the bulbs, off-grid bulbs. They were just something I bought off Amazon that I showed. I did the safety gear and the Fisker axes, and they were just the axes I bought and I wanted to give a review. I've still not properly done a review for the Chopper 1 and the Fisker axe that I said I was going to do last year. I've not done that yet. So, but I will do that this year when I'm organised. So I love my Chopper One axe. It's absolutely brilliant. It's the best thing I've bought. But they're hard to get in the UK. You can mainly only get them in Europe or America, because the company that sells the Chopper One will only sell to America and Canada. So if you're wanting to get a Chopper One, then you've got to get them on eBay. That's the thing with second-hand ones. But I managed to drop on a bloke who totally restored one, and it's like brand new. A new shaft on it and everything. And he actually, funny enough, it was in America. So luckily it come through the country, and I got it. Because I rung up Chopper One in America, who sell the axe and produce it, and they said that they don't sell to Europe because as they come into the countries that they're going to, as if you know what I mean, then the customs stop them and send them back because they class them as a dangerous weapon. So, but I said, like, how do you send it? Do you put it in wrapper, like, or do you just put it as the box? Oh no, we just send a box. I said, well, that's why they're not coming through then. I says, you want to put some like plastic wrapper around it and then it'll just come through then. So this man from America who sold this restored one, I just sent him an email. I said, look, don't show it as a seen item. I said, just put it in thick plastic all the way around, state what it is, and it'll just come straight through. And he did, and I got it. So that's that. So like I say, I'm waiting for my coffee. So I want to do some bread as well. So I might bake some bread as well in a few days. I want to get back into the cooking. I've not done it for quite a while, the baking. But I was talking to my brother last night. Well, when I say last night, we're nearly about 3 hours ago, 4 hours ago. We used to have a natter late at night. And we was talking about when I used to work down at bakery and that. And he said that's where he got all his grey hair from when I was working down there. I was always up to something. And I was saying to him, the funny thing is, I said, even though I know obviously what I'm doing with the baking, then I'll sometimes say to myself, you know, I think I'll make a pie tomorrow, or I'll make bread or something like that. But because I'm doing the dogs and the building work and all the other stuff, when I come in I think, oh, I can't bother doing that tonight. And I never get round to it. Well, I was saying to him, the strange thing is, once I like focus my mind like I did the other day and said, right, well, I'm going to make an apple pie and a steak pie, then once I started doing it, I kept thinking, oh, I could make a jam piece while I'm doing this, or I'd make a loaf of bread. And then I thought, well, it's too much cake stuff all at once to eat, isn't it? So, but once you start making stuff, it can give you a tremendous confidence to build other things, make other things, I mean. Right, well, my battery's flashing, saying flat, so I'm going to change the battery and then I'll be straight back. I'm back. I've just changed the battery and the kettle's going, so I'll just knock this off. Now, I wanted to have a little talk to you about a few things as well. Right, now, obviously we know we've got a pandemic on. Okay, so I'm well aware of that. Now, there's a lot of you with the first pandemic that decided that they was going to go out and buy puppies, or a puppy. Now, I've seen on the news tonight, well, when I say tonight I mean early hours when I've got up, I've seen an article on Google that says that there's a young lass in her 20s and she's had a litter of Labrador puppies and she's advertised them on the internet, and some lads have come round and stole a litter off her that's ready to sell. Now it says that actual puppies now are worth more than drugs. So all I would say to you is a couple of things. One, if you have a litter of pups, don't advertise on the internet unless you really have to. If you've got a good litter, word of mouth, you'll sell them anyway without having to advertise. But all I ask is, from a breeder myself, I have 2 litters a year, as you know, and I've been a breeder for over 15 years. Then what I would say to you is, don't charge stupid prices. Be realistic to people. Come on, you're going to damage the name of good breeders if you start charging stupid prices. So people say, you know, oh well, people, like I sell mine for £1,000. I've always charged £1,000 for mine for about 3 years. And my price very rarely goes up. Like, it's very, very rare that I put my price up. And my last litters I had, I've always charged £1,000, like I've said. Now, people have said, well, where things are going, people are coming, buying a pup off somebody at £1,000, say, telling them that they're going to have this pup and they're going to bring it up, it's going to be great, and then they're going away and selling it for £2,000 straight away. And they're saying, well, we're charging more of a price to protect the puppies that we're selling. But if you really investigate people who's coming to buy a pup, then obviously you've got the names, you've got their addresses, you can go on Facebook, you can see them, learn about them, find out about them. You'll know roughly if they're legitimate wanting to buy a pup by the phone call you have with them. If they seem a bit dodgy, you don't sell them a puppy. So there's no need to charge massive, massive prices. So just be realistic, be honest, and what I would also say as a breeder and a trainer, because I have trained some good dogs in my time to enter working competitions, then just be there for the puppy owners for the rest of their life to give guidance or any support needed. I always say to people, if you buy a pup off me, then I'm here for the lifetime of your dog. If you get stuck without, don't start running to a vet that'll charge you a fortune. Ring me up, tell me what's wrong, and if I can give you the answer without going to a vet, because sometimes there's a lot of little tiny problems that dogs have, puppies or even adult dogs have, and they don't need to go to a vet. But if you ring a veterinary surgery and you say, oh, well, I'm just ringing up for a bit of advice, my dog's this or my dog's that, they'll say, oh, well, you need to bring it in. You need to bring it in and let us have a look. Well, as soon as you walk through that door and you walk into the room to see the vet, boom, you've got to charge straight away, consultation. So that's the only reason they're saying it, to make money. That's the way the world is now, isn't it? Everybody's wanting to make a quick buck all the time, especially all these businesses and that. So I wanted to just say a bit about that. So be sensible, people. Don't start paying a fortune for your puppies. Okay, so word of mouth is the best thing you could ever have. So, and then those people who are buying puppies, in return, find out about the breeder. If they have a Facebook page, go all the way through the Facebook page. If they have a website, go all the way through the website. Ask for references, ask for the lot. You see, the best thing about me having this YouTube channel is when people have rung up to have a pup, I'll say, well, look, I've got a Facebook page, Ian Whittle, Peniglen Labradors, and I've got a YouTube channel. I've done over 170 videos. I says, go on that channel. You see some of my dogs on it. I says, you also learn all about me. You see about my cabin life. You know who I am. You see where my pups are brought up. You see the life I live. You know everything about me before you even turn up here to look at the pups. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's better myself, because that way they know all about you, they know you're trustworthy. I put on my website, because I've got, for my kennel, I've got a website as well, which is Peniglen Labradors. I've mentioned that before. That's on the internet, which is, I think, top of my head, the website is peniglen.co.uk. Yeah. I had to think, because I very rarely use my websites now, as in update them and edit them and everything, so I don't really do much. I just concentrate on this channel at the moment, well, for quite a while really. So I've still actually got the Peniglen Cabin Life website that I started a long time ago and I never finished. So I might even just do the basics on that and then put it up. All the recipes are on for the baking that I do and everything. They've been on from the beginning, like scones and lots of other stuff. So it'd be interesting for you actually to see that website. So like I say, I might just bob it up. So right, well listen, I'm going to make a move. I'm hoping this frost dies down today and I can get out and do some building work. It was half decent weather yesterday. Well, for the last 2 days it's been really, really warm sun, but it's been cold. That sounds daft and I know it does. cold wind, because like obviously you've seen on the videos where the hill at the back, right down at the bottom of the paddock, the wind just howls all the way down and heads towards the cabin. So that's one of the reasons why I built that block of kennels just here, and then I've got the log saws at the side, so it gives that bit of shelter. Because where my cabin wall is here, I was finding that water, obviously before that kennel were there, I used to find that water was coming, you know, soaking through the wood, even though I put paint on it, like proper wood paint. It was starting to come through a bit, but since kennels are there, and I've left a gap about that much in between for the air to get through. So yeah, so I don't have any trouble at all now. It's proper watertight, so I'm happy with that. I'll tell you something else I need to do. You've seen up here when I've done the video of the cabin, you've seen that I've got two loft areas here that I use for storage. Well, this one above the camera, I didn't put a middle support in, so it's starting to just sag a little bit now, the wood. So I'm going to put a beam across next few days, just to strengthen it up again. So, right, now listen, before I go, I've got a couple of jokes for you. So are you ready? Are you ready? I went to the doctor's the other day. I said, "Doctor, I'm in agony with my foot. I'm in agony, I can hardly walk." He says, "Don't worry, Ian." He said, I'll get you walking within the hour. You'll be fine, you'll be great." He did. He stole my chuffing car, didn't he? Right, got another one for you. I was in the park the other day and I was walking along, minding my own business, and I saw this old man sat on a bench crying. He was sobbing. I went over to him. I said, "Are you alright, mate?" He said, he says, I'm 83 years old." I went, "Right." He said, 5 years ago I lost my wife. I was married to her for 40 years. I says, "Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, mate." He says, "Yeah." He says, "Well, I've got a new girlfriend now. I've been seeing her for the last 3 years." I said, "Oh, that's nice." He says, "She's 23. I went, "Alright." He said, "You know, I've had the best sex of my life." He says, "It's been incredible. It's been absolutely amazing." I said, "Well, what are you crying for?" He said, "I can't remember where I live." Dinky-doo! That's a good one. Right, I'll leave you in peace. Now remember, stay safe, stay well. I'll see you back tomorrow. And remember, don't ever forget Dinky-doo.